What it do is your boy Crack'em Stan on Gotta Get the Sports. And today I will be going over the Commanders versus Dolphins game. So let's get right into it. So first thing first, the score was 13-16 Dolphins. It was a good game. Overall, I was kind of proud of the Commanders defense, played way better. Um, as you guys know, Dan Quinn took over the play calling for Joe Witt, and you can see a big difference. A chain was running the ball a lot, particularly on the right side. But the defense got a lot of stops, particularly early on in the game for some field goals. And then we got some key fourth down stops in the goal line situation, 4th and 2, I think 4th and 1, and we got the stop. So defense definitely played good, but the offense, didn't do enough consistently. I feel like if Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin was playing this game, I think we would have beat the Dolphins pretty convincingly. But it is what it is. We got too many injuries. There's a lot of things going on. But overall, like I said, I definitely enjoyed seeing our defense out there playing. I feel like if our defense could have played like this for the most part consistently the whole year, our record would be better. But I have to pump the brakes as well and see a better offense. See us go up against a better offense. We do know that the Dolphins beat the Bills pretty convincingly last week, but at the end of the day, it's a division game, and Dolphins been up and down. So I'm not gonna say our defense will play like this going forward. Hopefully they do, but I want to see us to get some better competition. So we got a bye week coming up after this week. This week we got the bye week coming up, and then we will play the Denver Broncos, which will be a good matchup, a good measuring stick to see how good Dan Quinn has been calling plays. But we'll see how that go. Another thing is too, we gotta see if Jaden Daniels will be back that following week. But we'll see how that goes as well. But let's dive into more of the play of the Dolphins in the Commanders game. So like I said, defense did pretty good. The offense did okay. Debo definitely looked like has healed his heel. It looks like it's healed now, so he's been very productive. So I'm gonna starting him into my fantasy league again. And then Rodriguez looked good. It seemed like he's gonna be the focal running back. They still put in McNichols and Bill in the game, but Rodriguez is popping out on the screen. So he's very tough. He don't go down off the first or second tackle, so he should be playing. I definitely seen him a lot on waiver wires. For you guys that play fantasy football, Rodriguez might be a great pickup for next week because we definitely get him a lot of touches. Mariota did pretty good for the most part. Like, he didn't get us enough points that we needed, but he did pretty good. He didn't really make any mistakes until overtime. Overtime came, the first play he threw a pick. I don't know who he was looking at, who he thought was open. It was a horrible pick, and we lost that game off of that. Also, too, another key mistake that has happened that in that game was the Jalen Lane. Jalen Lane got hurt. Never injuries, but I don't know how hurt Jalen Lane is. Maybe he might be back next week. Maybe he won't be back. But my point is, an injury affected us. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Lane got hurt. The next time the ball got punted to us after we got like a key sack in the secondary, I believe. Not in the secondary, on defense. We got a key sack and got a key stop. They punted us the ball. Mike Santrell, his first time being back there this year as a punt returner, he muffed it. And then, boom, we lost the ball. Another opportunity for us to win the game. So that was a critical mistake. But these injuries is impacting us tremendously. And, Jalen Lane getting hurt. It's not a big deal. But he's been our primary punt returner all year. You know what I'm saying? So if Jay Lane back there, that fumble may not happen. Mike Santrell definitely wasn't comfortable being back there. Like, he's a good corner, but I wouldn't put him back there again because he, kind of panicked. And it is what it is. But that definitely made us lose the game. And then that Mariota pick, I think those was the two critical plays that made us lose the game. The defense played, I can say they played lights out, but they played average. Like, they look like they played lights out based off of how we've been getting dominated for the past 3-4 weeks under Joe Witt. So I think a lot of fans, and myself included, we're going to question Dan Quinn, like, hey, why you didn't make this change and start playing, making the calls on defense earlier. If you did this earlier, maybe our record might be better. and we will have an opportunity to possibly still trying to fight for a wild card spot. But it is what it is. I expected us to get blown out, and we didn't get blown out, so that was good. We actually competed. Like I said, the defense out there swarming. Rodriguez was playing good. Devo was playing good. Mariota had like a 40-yard run. He was looking, pretty good up until that bad interception. So just gotta keep fighting. I really want us to, continue to fight and, compete. But, at the end of the day, for me, as a fan, as a Commander fan, I want us to, be entertaining and things of that nature. I don't want to see us getting blown out. Like, I want to get tricked and thinking we might win a game and then lose how we did today. Because at the end of the day, we're not going far. We don't have our starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels. We don't have Terry McLaurin. We don't have Noah Brown. We don't have Will Hurst right now. We don't have Armstrong. We don't have Jean Baptiste. And the list goes on and on. We don't have McCaffrey, collarbone out. So it's just too many injuries. We're not going to go back to the MC Championship. So for me now, before, I wanted us to go to the playoffs. But now it's like, all right, if we can't make any impact in the playoffs, then there's no point of us going. And we have no chance of going. We're not going to make it. Like, we should be eliminated in the playoffs probably like the beginning of December if we lose to Denver. So there's no point. Let's get the top 5, top 3 draft pick so we can, build this team up for the future. We need to be future-oriented. We need to see certain people playing. Like, we need to see McGee popping out more. We need to actually play Madrano on defense, not just special teams. I see he made like a special teams play, which is cool. It's great. But it's time for us to unleash him. I don't think it's, a good idea to continue to play Bobby Wagner late in the year. He's great. Don't get it twisted. And I'm not taking nothing away from him. He's like top 3 in tackles right now. But he's not the future. So I think they need to start taking some snaps from Bobby Wagner and even like Von Miller, like take some snaps away from them and start playing these young people so we can develop them for next year. So we need to have Madrano out there being comfortable getting some snaps. So maybe next year, he might develop in the off season and he can be like a solid starter, or at least like a rotational piece out on the field. McGee looked pretty good. He made some good tackles today. I do like Martin. I like Martin. I'm not sure if he was hurt in the beginning of the year while he wasn't playing as often, but he's been like popping out on the screen for me. Not saying I want him to be out like primary edge rusher, but I do like him, and I think he can be a good rotational piece for next year. Definitely bring Armstrong back as well. I'm not sure what's Armstrong contract situation, but I think he's solid again for a rotational piece. But we need to get us a premier pass rusher. Definitely in the draft, we need to do that, especially with top 5 pick. A lot of people saying the guy from, I think, Ohio State, Reese. People love him. We can get our hands on him. He's like an edge rusher. That would be great. And also, too, if we can get our hands on a great receiver, that would be great as well. I've been hearing a lot of rumors for people saying that we might, be interested in trying to go after Brian Thomas. It don't seem like he's meshing well with that system right now, and Trevor Lawrence or the coach. So maybe he might be available. Me personally, I know Jaguars might want like a 2nd-round pick or even first, but me, I'm going to pimp them. Like, I'm going to ask, to get him for like a 3rd, 4th-round pick, and then maybe something conditional based off of, how he performs and things like that. But yeah, I'm lowballing him. Y'all not using him. I'm going to tell him, like, y'all not using him. We taking a risk. Like, he might not be good anymore. I know he's still good, but I think that would be a good pickup for us to get Brian Thomas so he can play with his boy, Jaden Daniels. Him, Neighbors, and Brian Thomas was tight like this. So I think it'd be a great opportunity. We pair him with Terry McLaurin and Brian Thomas. That would be great. That would be great. And another thing, I think we need to give Ben Sinnott more snaps. Ertz is solid. Like, Ertz is solid. Like, I love Ertz. I wish we had him when he was like in his prime. He finds a way to get open. He's slow as a turtle, but he always finds a way to get open. He definitely catches the ball. Another key play that messed us up too, we went for it on 4th down with Ertz. He ran a good route, but he slipped, and the timing was off. Once he slipped, Mariota already threw the ball to him, and then boom, we lost it. We lost on downs on that play. So that was a critical play as well. We could have had 7 points or 3. Especially Ertz would have definitely had it if he didn't fall. But it is what it is. Ertz kind of do that play all the time. That play's been going on in the red zone when he goes like this and go cut right in. It'd be right on him. Jay Daniels do the same thing, and Mariota. So it would have been a touchdown. But it is what it is. And then Gonzalez. Not Gonzalez. Gonzalez actually plays for another team. He made a field goal to win the game. I seen that. But our boy Gay, I think it's time for us to let Gay go. I'm tired of seeing all these, kickers in the league that can kick these 50, 60-yard field goals with ease, and then he struggles. We all know it's like a 50-50 chance if he makes the 50-yard field goal. And I know 50-yard field goals is hard, and we definitely been spoiled with seeing some of these great kickers, like, the guy that kicked the 68-yard field goal a couple weeks ago, and then we got the Eagles kicker pretty good, and the Cowboys kicker's pretty good. But Gay missed too many field goals, man. I think we need to let him go. I just don't see he's average, and we don't need the average kicker. We need somebody that can actually help us win. And he's good for like 40 and under. I'll say 44, 45, he'll make it. But I think it's time for us to start scoring new kickers going forward. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys, like I said, buckled up, because it's going to be a long season. But, we just need to refocus our direction. The NFC Championship is not on the board this year, so we got to look at the future. We got to play these young bucks, like I said, and continue to develop. And this all season, we're going to have to address the pass rush. We cannot sign old people like Von Miller, and we can't sign Bobby Wagner's. It's not that time anymore. It's time to build this team up the right way. Last year we got spoiled because we did a big run. We didn't expect that with this roster, but Jay Daniels was so special, and then things kind of went our way. The ball fell our way a lot of times. We made plays. So it's time for us to build the team up, make this team young. We are the oldest team, I believe, in the league, or like top 3 oldest team in the league. So we definitely need to get young and play these young bucks. But thank you guys for supporting me again. I've been enjoying this podcast and doing what I've been called to do. So I feel blessed, and I appreciate everybody that has reposted my videos on TikTok or Instagram. I love all you guys. I'm pretty sure that this is gonna take off eventually, how I want it to be, but it's been very successful so far. And I appreciate everybody that's starting with me in the beginning, and then it's going to be a blessing to see how it flourishes. But again, thank you guys. I'll be back to 2 weeks from now to do a recap. Not recap, I'll be doing a preview of the Broncos versus the Commanders game. It will be at the home game. So I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Peace.